If I was you, I'd think for a second. You give us what we want.
My inspiration behind doing a film like this comes from the love of action thrillers. I like action thrillers so much. Those films where there is a bit of fighting and a bit of shooting. So I thought making a Ugandan version of that type of action thriller with a female lead would be very awesome. So the title Building 622, first and foremost, it was inspired by me wanting to be ironic in a way. The 62 is inspired by Uganda's independence, which was 1962. The building in the film is Uganda House. And according to the story, it is in the building where everything that is needed by the protagonist and the antagonist. I decided to go the short film route because it's a good choice to make when you're trying something for the first time, especially if you're trying things to do with shooting and fighting at the same time, choreographing these fights for the first time. You only have 1 week basically, and so it was also self-funded. I didn't have any funding, so I had to pay the cast and crew out of pocket. So making the shooting days shorter and having a smaller crew, that makes things easier. Between 15 to 20 people, that's how small of a crew I had. But I'm very glad that they were very passionate and very motivated to work on the film because they liked the story, which made the crew really amazing to pull off a short film of this type. I was humbled to having stricken a deal with Quad A to work on my film to give it that powerful sound. I'm making a film okubera nti eva mu Africa. Quad A was able to narrow down the whole vibe of the film to bring it to home, to Africa. So I would say Quad A was part of the small crew in post-production, and they were able to pull it off when it comes to sound, and they were ready to listen to my ideas and the type of music and sounds that I really wanted for the film. There were quite a number of challenges that we faced, one of which was shooting in the middle of the city, Kampala. If you know Kampala, it's hard to shoot in the middle of the city. 2, location scouting. 3, choreographing the fights. 4, working with guns, even if they were not real guns, because in actual sense, in real time when we were shooting, there were no bullets coming off, but we had to pretend like there were bullets coming out of the gun. Weather was changing, because since it's a budget film, usually with budget films and you're shooting outdoor, it gets very challenging with the lighting, because the lighting keeps changing. I think almost every department had challenges, honestly, but we made it work.